Dude, it's your boy Days back at y'all with another one. We gotta have a serious conversation about the state of rap and hip hop because the last time that a rap slash hip hop record landed in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts was last year in July, and that was Drake's What Did I Miss? It debuted at number 2 on the Hot 100 Billboard charts last year. And since then, guys, no other rap song has even cracked the top 10. Not even Pooh Shiesty, not even Winnie the Pooh Shiesty's FDO record, which I think so far is the hottest rap song of the year so far. Even that song didn't hit the top 10 on the Hot 100 Billboard charts. So, to all of the Drake haters out there, right? And listen, I like Kendrick Lamar and Drake. What I didn't like was the fact that multiple rappers ganged up on Drake at one time, you know what I'm saying? They basically had a gangbang, you know what I'm saying? You had Kendrick going at Drake, The Weeknd, who's not even a rapper, was going at Drake, Future was going at Drake, Metro, who's a producer, was going at Drake, Rick Ross was going at Drake, you know what I'm saying? It was a 20v1, you know what I'm saying? A$AP Rocky was going at Drake, right? And I think that was corny, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody should have just take the step back and just let Drake and Kendrick just battle one-on-one. Everybody else just keep the comments to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Wait your turn, you feel me? But Drake held his own, you feel me? I still think, you know, in my opinion, I think Family Matters is the best lyrical song to drop out of the whole beef. You know, Drake basically responded to everybody on one song. It was really 3 songs in one. And if we're talking about lyrics, I would say Family Matters was the best song out of the disc. And obviously, They Not Like Us was definitely the club banger. It was definitely the best hit song out of the beef, right? He basically did the Drake what Drake did to Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? So, what a lot of people don't understand is the reason why rap and hip hop has been relevant for the past 10 to 15 years, a lot of that has to do with Drake, bruh. Drake did a lot of collaborations with other artists, and he gave a lot of those artists their first #1 songs. The Migos, Versace, that was their first #1 song when Drake went on the remix, right? Future, he got his first #1 song with Drake. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget Drake was on the I think he was on the Tony Montana remix. A lot of people forget about that, right? Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? Rick Ross's first #1 record, I believe, on the Hot 100 Billboard charts was with Drake. You know what I'm saying? I believe. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. And I know Rick Ross got a lot of hits, right? Like Hustlin', you know what I'm saying? Rick Ross got a lot of hit songs, but, you know, some of his biggest songs, bro, if we talking about, you know, sales, is with Drizzy Drake. You know what I'm saying? It's just facts, bro. Don't get mad at me. I'm just stating the facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts over feelings. You feel me? And because Drake is no longer on good terms with a lot of these artists that I just named, A$AP Rocky is another one that got his first #1 song with Drake with the Effing Problems record. But because Drake isn't out here doing features with your favorite rapper anymore, that's why they not on the Billboard charts. You know what I'm saying? Like, when these dudes don't got a Drake feature, they whole album rollout is done, right? Like, we seen DJ Khaled come out and he was about to put out the first single for his album with Drake. And Drake said, "You must be talking about Drake Bell from Drake and Josh." You know what I'm saying? Since then, we haven't heard nothing about DJ Khaled's album, bro. It seemed like DJ Khaled, his album is on the shelf until, you know, him and Drake get back to being butt buddies again. You feel me? But this is why, you know, people should have really thought about what they was doing when Drake and Kendrick was beefing, because when you really think about it, that rap beef hurt hip-hop and rap more than it helped hip-hop and rap. Because Kendrick Lamar, he definitely had a moment, right? He had 2 #1 records in that year, right? Like That and Not Like Us both went #1. He won a bunch of Grammys, you know what I'm saying? He headlined the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar had a phenomenal year. But who else outside of Kendrick has really had a moment as far as an album since then? The only person I could think of is probably J. Cole, right? Like 21 Savage's album came out, What Happened to the Streets? And because of 21's whole F the Streets campaign, that album came and went. Nobody really cared about that album. I listened to it. I definitely don't think it's 21's best album. I'm not gonna say it was trash, but it was underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole, I do think J. Cole's album The Fall Off, I do think that album was received well. I personally like The Fall Off. I gave it like a solid 7.5 out of 10. I still listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those albums where I just heard it the first time. No, I still listen to J. Cole's album. But J. Cole is a part of the big three, right? Like, that's what started this whole beef. Like, the big three, in any order, I would put Drake number one. I would say Cole is number two for me. And I'll say Kendrick is number three. But we already know that when these three artists drop, everybody's going to pay attention. But who outside of that, when they dropping albums, is really shaking up the game, right? Like, obviously, NBA Youngboy, he has a hardcore fan base. Shout out to Youngboy. Lil Uzi Vert doesn't really seem like he has the momentum that he once had. It kind of feels like Lil Uzi is falling off a little bit. And I think that's just because Lil Uzi, I think his music has not evolved. I think he's been unable to really mature with his music. You know what I'm saying? And I would say Future is definitely a rapper. When he drops an album, everybody's gonna listen. Like, I think if Future drops an album tomorrow, it's gonna go number one, right? Like, Future is just one of those rappers where, you know, Future could be 50 still rapping about what he's rapping about, and we're all gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, bruh, and I guess you could say Playboi Carti, it's not really looking too good for rap and hip hop. And we're hearing rumors, shout out to academics, we're hearing rumors that Future is going to be on Drake's Iceman album, okay? We're hearing that they squashed the beef. You know, they apparently was beefing over a chick. Y'all know how it go, bruh. They was messing around with the same chick. One of them dudes caught feelings, you feel me? Most likely Future, you feel me? And we are hearing that Future is going to be on Iceman. But listen, bruh, it shouldn't be like this. Like, we shouldn't have to have Drake drop an album for people to care about rap. It really shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Drake, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think you should just, like, cause the album should have already dropped, right? Like, you put out the first single, like, what was it called? What Did I Miss? You put that out like almost a year ago. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I don't even think Drake should name the album Iceman. Just go ahead and change the title of the album. I think you should start fresh, drop a first single, just start from scratch, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, like, listen, bruh, like, I don't want Drake to take the knee and go back to working with Rick Ross, because Rick Ross is out of pocket. But I would like to hear a Drake and French Montana record. I would like to hear a Drake and a Future record, you know what I'm saying? I would like to hear Drake on a Metro beat, you know what I'm saying? I would like to hear a Drake and a J. Cole feature on Drake's next album. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like, we need Drake to go back to doing features, bruh. Like, Drake not doing features, it hurts everybody, bruh. Because other artists, they not, you know what I'm saying? They not getting their number one records. And we all know Drake makes songs, like, when he's locked in, bruh. Drake makes songs better, bruh. He can sing on the hook. He can rap on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Block Boy JB. Drake hopped on that Look Alive record with Block Boy JB. That was the hottest song of the summer. We need those records again, bro. We need a Drake and The Weeknd collab, bro. Drake and The Weeknd make great music together, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need Drake. Like, Drake, drop the album this summer. Scratch the ice, because you can't drop an album called Iceman in the summer. It just can't happen. Change the name of your album, start from scratch, and we need hella features on this album, bro. We need Ye. We need Drake to collab with Ye on this album, bro. We know Kanye West is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We know he's loco, you know what I'm saying? But the streets need some Drake and Kanye, man. You know what I'm saying? We need Drake to come back and save rap from going extinct, bro. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. If Drake was to retire right now, if Drake was to put out this next album and just retire, rap and hip hop as we know it, guys, is done. The same thing that happened to rock and roll back in the day. Remember when rock and roll was the number one music genre in the world, and now it's like one of the least popular? The same thing is going to happen to rap and hip hop if Drake don't start dropping again, bro. And I think Drake knows that. You know what I'm saying? I think Drake is fully aware of that. I just think Drake don't want to drop the album because he sued his label And we all know, bro, you sued your label is not gonna make sure that this album does well. If anything, they're gonna try to make sure it fails. So you feel like you need them, and because he already tarnished, Universal Music Group's name. He lost the lawsuit, and then he filed an appeal. Like, he stood on business. You know what I'm saying? So, you at war with your own label, bro. You can't expect your label to make sure your album does well. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think about this, man. Are you guys worried about the state of rap and hip hop? Do you feel like the Drake and the Kendrick beef is the reason why there hasn't been any hip hop rap songs in the top 10 Billboard charts on the Hot 100 since July of last year? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Days. Make sure y'all subscribe, click that hype button. I'm out.